Good morning, everyone. I am Vishnu Jagtap, and in front of all of you, I am presenting the Hindu newspaper headlines. So, first of all, expedite work on higher pension, government tells EFO. Next, eye on China, cabinet clears 7 ITBP battalions. Next, Uttarakhand offers relief to residents of Joshimath. Next, High Court questions use of POXO Act in Assam crackdown. Next, IT survey at BBC offices enters second day. Next, claim by Fernandez that MVA government planned to arrest him is a lie. Rawat. Next, merchandise exports decline. Trade deficit narrows to a year's low. On page number 2 in spotlight section that the syllabus charade. Next, lack of means to verify schools affiliations worries parents. On page number 4 in state section under that combator and Mangaluru blast NIA searches 40 places. Next, Shiva Shankar in ED custody for 5 days. Next, narrow escape for passenger has Godavari Express derails. Next, JSW Steel JSW Steel Plant project starts of industrial revolution in AP. Next, today Global Tech Summit to begin in Vizag today. Then it comes to page number 5 in state section under that attacks were planned in many churches in MP police. Next, West Bengal budget thrust on widening welfare schemes. Next, tough to make out the real boss in Bihar. On page number 6 in editorial page section of that, Brazilian intimidation. Next, beyond limits. Next, a manifesto for tackling the silent pandemic of AMR. Next, India Sri Lanka refugees need fair consideration. On page number 7 in opinion section under that, Mamta and the Muslim conundrum. Next, judges and the lure of political jobs. Next, of budget borrowings, a state-wise look. Next, coal to be rushed by sea for thermal station. Next, broadcasting in India. On page number 8 in news section under that, indigenous carrier Vikrant will be operation by year and Navy chief. Next, domestic industry gets 75% defense capital outlay. Next, HAL to provide maintenance and overhaul support for MQ-9B drone engine in India. Next, protest calendar for 23-24 ready to press for statehood for Ladakh. Next, High Court questions use of POXO Act in Assam child marriage cases. Next, governor should not enter political arena. CJI. Next, Kashmir's markets town shutters. On page number 9 in news section under that, Tripura voters hold the winning card as state goes to the polls today. Next, Congress flares BJP government over IT survey on BBC says it has renewed India's image. Next, Jairam urges RBI SEBI to prove allegation against Adani Group. Next, Supreme Court to hear Congress leaders plea on Adani's row tomorrow. Next, VP sees designed to run down India's growth story. Next, why not action against Gehlot loyalists pilot? Next, on page number 10 in news section under that, at Khajurao, an exhibition on repatriated artifacts. Next, student body demands IITB director's resignation. Next, two held on charges of killing Dalit man in Muzaffarnagar. Next, India is a Hindu Rashtra, says UP Chief Minister. Next, Uttarakhand offers relief to people of Joshimath. Next, cabinet nude for 2 lakh farm dairy cooperatives. Next, the era when progress was equated with westernization is behind us, says Jaishankar. Next, Israel group running fake campaign in India, other nations. Next, global study blames BJP backed trolls for threats on journalists. On page number 11 in world section under that, at least 73 migrants presumed death after shipwreck of Libya. UN. Next, Russia jails journalist for 6 years on critical comments on war. Next, Ukraine holds Luhansk region as Russia brings in troops governor. Next, U.S. military downs is Iranian made drone in northeast Syria. Next, China must take a haircut on its loan to poor countries, says India G20 Sherpa. Next, Scotland's leader Sturgeon announces shock resignation. Next, between BBC, Boeing, and Airbus, Modi sets rules of the game with West. Next, China says US balloon flew over Xinjiang, Tibet. On page number 12 in business section under that, early availability of ITR form to aid return filing from April 1. Next, Amrutanjal share falls 8.15% as firm initiates forensic probe. Next, EKA Mobility revives LOA to deploy 310 electric buses. Next, government monitoring imports to detect any surge that can hurt economy. Next, government may mull fuel tax cut to cool prices. Next, cereal inflation board based and worrying say economics. Next, TI clean mobility to roll out EVs from March. Next, Vedanta says it cut net debt by $2 billion in fiscal 2023. Next, NSE inks pact with CME for crude natural gas contracts. Next, consortium moods separate minister for micro enterprises. Next, wheat prices fell to rupees 5 per kg after open market sale. On page number 13, in sports section under that, RCB ropes in Sania as team mentor for women's Premier League. Next, Wareham and Lamling help Australia cruise to victory. Next, Hyderabad Black Hawkish down Kochi Blue Spiker in the PVL. Next, Tiger Woods eyes Revivra Trump despite injury concern. Next, Dipti and Richa provide the impetus to propel India past West Indies. Next, Iran Cup tie in Gwalior likely to be a pink ball affair. Next, not surprising to find the Aussies in a tizzy as their struggle with spin continues. Next, Shreyas, if fit, will walk into the 11, says Dravid. Next, Sports Stars Moment of the Year Awards for 2022. On page number 14 in sports section under that, Bengal and Saurashtra to fight it out for national supremacy. Next, Ram Bahu Manju wins but failed to book tickets for Worlds. Next, empathetic start to its campaign by Punjab. Next, 2 extra days of raising framed at Hyderabad. Next, West Bengal blanks UP to regain youth TT title. Next, Santosh Trophy Manipur thrash West Bengal. Next, D. L. Vernon stuns top seed Tyson. Next, Bijan Borj and Amrit Raj interact with kids at a TNTA event. Next, Nepal holds India in friendly. Next, Baron Milan have their noses in front. Next, BFC pulls off impressive win over table topper MCFC. On page number 15 in tax and context section under that, a bid to increase railway presence in freight transportation. Next, a rise in donations received in national party's ADR. Next, defense minister to spend the most in domestic industries. Next, appeal from the UN to aid earthquake survivor of Syria. Next, organ damage persists in long COVID patient even after a year. Next, taxing windfall profits for oil companies. Next, understanding India's Metal Healthcare Act 2017. Next, on page number 16, it's in that the role of welfare scheme and policies for the perhaps Parhayas of Jharkhand. Next, the Delhi Quiz section under that with Bengal and Saurashtra entering the Ranji Trophy final. That much for today. Thanks for watching. Make a good day.